harsh,
Into caution rough.
empty, desolate. Barren land for as far as the eye can see. Dry, cracked earth for most of the year. Come the monsoons, this low-lying land floods with seawater and it becomes impossible to set foot in. Temperatures soar as high as 50 degrees while dropping below freezing point in the winters.
Plus 200 bump commit.
The Run of Kutch, it is a place of extremes.
Into caution rough. 400 caution. Plus 200 bump commit.
Venturing into the run isn't for the faint of heart.
Which is why we're not venturing inside, we're gonna cross the darn place.
We've got 4 cars here with us today. We've got the Taigun GT, we've got the Virtus GT, we've got the Taigun with the 1-litre engine, the Virtus with the 1-litre engine. And all 4 cars are going to cross the scorching Little Run of Kutch. The run may seem endless, but there is a method to the madness. The villages of Zinzuwada and Palasava are on either side of the Little Run, and while getting to them by road is a tedious 171-kilometer affair, it is possible to travel from one to the other through the run. We started from Zinzuwada and we were cutting straight through the run, a 73 kilometers drive to Palasava. This is Taigun territory. In the Run of Kutch, there are no roads, nothing is paved, and an SUV like the Taigun is completely at home over here. It's got everything you need. You've got good ground clearance, you've got good comfort, you've got great engines, you've got the 1-litre in the regular Taigun, the 1.5 TSI in this Taigun GT that I'm driving. Two years ago, when the Taigun launched in India, it really redefined what we could expect from a mid-size SUV in terms of dynamics. So ride quality, handling, top of the class. In terms of ride quality, it stays so settled, so planted over these tracks. We talk of German car stability on the highways. Try experiencing that stability, that solidity on a track like the Run of Kutch. It really is something else. It gives you so much confidence behind the wheel, so much confidence to push, and the handling, that is really good as well. It gives you the confidence to do stuff like this. Before the Taigun came out, we didn't have too much expectations from the mid-size SUV segment in terms of driving dynamics. But then this SUV was launched and it showed us how it could be done, how you can get an SUV, something that sits tall, high up off the ground, to handle well, doesn't understeer, it doesn't feel floaty, it has all of the makings of a good driver's car. It's an SUV that truly delivers the thrill of driving. But today, it's not about the Taiguns. Today, the Taiguns are here to accompany the Volkswagen Virtus.
I know what you must be wondering. What the hell is a sedan doing in the Run of Kutch? Well, the Virtus is no ordinary sedan. This sedan has 179 mm of ground clearance, just like the Taigun. This is a sedan that has been engineered in India, built in India, and the Indian engineers have had solid inputs in the design. And it shows. You show it good roads, you show it bad roads, or like in today's case, no roads, and the Virtus still feels completely at home. when the Virtus sedan was launched, we criticized it for the wheels being a bit too small, for it sitting a little too high off the ground. But those very reasons are what makes it so versatile. That versatility is complemented, as you would expect from Volkswagen, with best-in-class dynamics. The Taigun was already the best handling SUV in its segment, and the Virtus, it takes that baseline and amplifies it. This is the best handling sedan in its segment. What Atish said about the Taigun holds true for the Virtus as well. The ride quality, it is phenomenal. The terrain that we are going over, these are not roads, they're not even tracks, these are rutted tracks, and yet you can carry a good amount of speed. It feels planted and stable. There is no pitch and wallow. In fact, the faster you go, the better it soaks up these ruts. It really is phenomenal in its ability to take a pounding. And that boils down to a body shell that is torsionally very rigid. We don't have figures for the Virtus, but clearly this is the most torsionally rigid body shell in its class. And that has allowed Volkswagen's engineers to put in slightly softer dampers. It literally is like having your cake and eating it too. And then you get a whole bunch of features. The one thing that I really love are these cooled seats. Ever since we got into the Run, the ventilated seats have been on and I'm not turning them off. Cars like the Virtus have brought back sedans into the limelight. Sedans are what we grew up doodling in our books, and I'm so glad that we finally have a good-looking sedan that is also great to drive.
Getting to the other side was easy for the Volkswagens. These machines have been engineered to take on the harshest of conditions, and the fact that they ran flawlessly while we were pushing them in this punishing heat is a testament to that fact. It almost seemed too easy.
So we are going to amp up the challenge. The team was just telling me that there is a land speed record that exists right here, the fastest crossing of the Run of Kutch. Time to go and break that.
The record that currently stands is at 34 minutes and 10 seconds for the total of 73 kilometers, set in 2019, which means an average of 128.2 kilometers an hour over the whole distance. This would be easy if it was a straight paved road, but the Run, it is fraught with challenges. Sirish has opted to use the Virtus GT for the record run because he believes this car can set the fastest time. Obviously, we needed the 1.5 engine. It is more powerful, but he picked it over the Taigun GT because he believes that the slightly softer suspension on this will be able to deal with bumps better. It is obviously more aerodynamic and it has a high ground clearance, so it should be able to deal with bumps and potholes really well. It has all of the advantages of a sedan without any of the disadvantages. But it's not going to be a walk in the park because the Run, it is harsh. Just look behind me, there are 0 reference points. If these guys change their heading by a few degrees, they could get completely lost and waste a lot of time. The roads out here, well, there are no roads, but there are plenty of rutted patches. Hitting them hard could damage the suspension. And obviously, there is heat. The surface, it's burning hot. The tires could suffer a blowout. With any land speed record, there are dangers involved, and this one is no different. Sirish, he's going to need all the help he can get, which is why we've called in his co-driver from his rallying days. Nikhil Pai is going to be sitting in the co-driver seat and helping Sirish through this record.
Left.
So this is the flat out section of the fastest crossing of the Run of Kutch.
900, 9 left and flag on right. into caution rough.
So what I'm doing is I've got my left foot also on the brake, periodically tapping the brake to settle down the dampers. These are after all road spec dampers, not rally dampers. So we're nearly halfway into the run and we are ahead of our target time.
608 left.
And at precisely 11:29 and 57 seconds AM, the Virtus GT crossed the line at Zinzuwada. We also had Ashish Gupta, the head of Volkswagen Passenger Cars India, and his team at hand to witness the record attempt. Meanwhile, the adjudicators used the Monith rally computer to validate the record. It showed us distance that was just over 73 kilometers, the time that we took 32 minutes and 57.7 seconds, along with the top speed of 184 kilometers an hour.
The record of fastest crossing of the run of Kutch was set by Team Evo India, driving the Volkswagen Virtus sedan. The team started drive from the Little Rann of Kutch at 10:57 AM and crossed the run within a fastest speed of 32.57 minutes, while clocking the highest average speed of 133.09 km/h, as confirmed on May 27, 2023.
Very, very proud moment for all of us that the Virtus GT, which has set new benchmarks in a performance sedan, has set the record for the fastest crossing of the Run of Kutch today. And it's an ultimate tribute to the performance and the reliability credentials of the Virtus GT. And a big thank you from my side to Evo India and their team for even daring to attempt this kind of a feat and making it possible. Thank you, and a very proud moment for all of us at Volkswagen.
There you have it. The Virtus GT has set a new record for the fastest crossing of the Run of Kutch. And it goes to show how a car made in India for India can deal with India's harshest conditions. It has proved its performance, its reliability, its stability, the speed that it can carry over some of the harshest conditions this country has to offer. I'm burning under the sun in here, but the Virtus, that's just shining.